Japanese storytelling stands as a cultural phenomenon, offering unique mediums like manga, anime, folklore, and cinema to share narratives that resonate across the globe. And these mediums, with their rich visual artistry and emotionally charged narratives, have captured hearts and minds universally. But does this make Japanese storytelling the superior medium for expressing these themes? In this essay, we'll dive into works like Vagabond and Attack on Titan and explore how Japanese storytelling spans diverse formats to both captivate and challenge global audiences. So by blending visual artistry, emotional depth, and thematic exploration, Japanese storytelling creates very compelling narratives, but we're going to have to closely examine its strengths, limitations, and impact compared to others before we can declare it the best. Manga. Manga is something that's huge in Japan. To the rest of the world, it might have the stricter definition of Japanese comic, but in Japan, it serves as the forefront of storytelling, and not just to boys or girls or adults or children, but everyone. And Takehiko Inoue's Vagabond is a masterclass in the art of manga storytelling. It retells the real-life accounts of Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary samurai, through these breathtaking visuals and deeply introspective themes. Inoue uses this striking brushstroke-like illustration technique to convey the emotional and physical struggles of its protagonists, blending action with meditative moments. And these themes of self-discovery, perseverance, and humanity's duality are really universal, making Musashi's journey relatable even outside of Japanese culture. And Inoue's meticulous attention to detail transforms historical fiction into this exploration of the human spirit, which proves manga's ability to rival literature in terms of thematic depth while leveraging visuals to evoke very deep emotion. And beyond Vagabond, manga as a medium has a very vast repertoire of genres, from philosophical explorations in Naoki Urasawa's Monster to the societal commentary in Akira. Manga really thrives because it allows for serialized storytelling, giving creators this room to develop complex characters and narratives over time. Anime. A style of Japanese film and television that often adapts manga into an animated form, which adds new layers of storytelling through the use of motion, sound, and symbolism. And while manga excels in static visual storytelling, anime takes things one step further by offering these dynamic visuals and these additional creative choices that enrich the story experience. Example comes from the Cell Games arc in Dragon Ball, where both the manga and the anime explore Son Gohan's character development, but the anime introduces a symbolic moment that elevates the storytelling that much more than the manga. Gohan, someone who's kind, well-mannered, and a pacifist, witnesses the murder of his friend Android 16. And in this pivotal scene, the anime uniquely added a sparrow flying across the screen, a bird that symbolizes friendliness in Japanese culture. But moments later, the sparrow is struck by a red line symbolizing the death of Gohan's innocence and righteousness.
I feel it slipping. And I won't watch this anymore!
And this moment does such a good job of showcasing how anime provides this extra dimension of storytelling by leveraging motion and symbolism. And these additions not only deepen the actual narrative, but also evoke much stronger emotional responses from the audience, which in many cases allows for the anime to surpass its source material because it's a more impactful medium. Japanese folklore. The foundation of Japanese storytelling, the backbone of everything we just discussed before. The stories of the yokai, the supernatural creatures, the kami, those spirits, not only reflect Japan's cultural heritage, but also explore universal ideas of morality, nature, and humanity. The oldest story in Japan, the tale of the bamboo cutter, even that explores themes of loss, love, and imperfectness. While you have modern works like Princess Momonoke, animated by Studio Ghibli, adapt folklore to address contemporary issues like environmentalism and industrialization. So by weaving traditional folklore into modern narratives, Japanese storytelling remains grounded in its cultural identity while addressing these global concerns, which ensures its relevance across generations. It's never going out of style. it's here to stay. Japanese cinema. Akira Kurosawa, one of Japan's most celebrated filmmakers, brought Japanese storytelling to the global stage with films like Seven Samurai and Rashomon. But these films are not just Japanese stories. They're human stories. Seven Samurai explores themes of sacrifice, community, and heroism, which have inspired countless adaptations, including Hollywood's The Magnificent Seven, while Rashomon challenges narrative reliability, asking audiences to grapple with the nature of truth and perspective. Kurosawa's work demonstrates that Japanese cinema's strength lies in its ability to resonate while maintaining this distinctly Japanese aesthetic and cultural essence. Meanwhile, you have modern cinema directors like Makoto Shinkai, who worked on Your Name, and Mamoru Hosoda, who worked on Wolf Children. These people are continuing to innovate, and they're blending modern animation techniques with these stories that explore love, loss, and connections in ways that resonate globally. I mean, just look at them. They're iconic. Counter-arguments and rebuttals. Despite Japanese storytelling's strengths, it is most definitely not without its critiques. For example, many anime and manga use familiar patterns like shoujo or shonen tropes, things like the over-the-top emotion, the repetitive character types, you know what I mean. But to someone unfamiliar with these styles, that might seem cheesy or predictable instead of deep. And Helen McCarthy in the Anime Encyclopedia adds to that a little bit. She talks about how Japanese media assumes the audience already understands the cultural jokes, the themes, the subtext, and that without that background, viewers might miss the point or feel disconnected from the story. And that can make Japanese storytelling harder to enjoy for the ones that are unfamiliar with its context. But these critiques also highlight what makes Japanese storytelling so special. The cultural shorthand and symbolism create stories that they feel so distinct, so authentic, offering global audiences something fresh and unique. And let's not overlook the global impact of Japanese storytelling. Take Attack on Titan, for example. Not only has it connected with millions of fans, but it was also the most in-demand TV show in the world in both 2021 and 2022, surpassing Western shows like Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian. Its themes of freedom, oppression, and moral complexity clearly resonated with the audiences across cultures, proving that Japanese storytelling has the power to break through language and cultural barriers. And while accessibility might sometimes be a challenge, Attack on Titan's global success shows that audiences are more than willing to engage with these stories, and that Japanese storytelling can truly unite people through universal themes.